In this video, we are going to study ARIMA models in R. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, this is an educational video only and no professional advice is included within it. Also, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it is important to remember that when doing time series analysis and forecasting, past performance does not guarantee future results. Okay, so let's go into RStudio. So the first step within the video is that we need to load the corresponding packages. Therefore, we comment this as step 1, which is packages. And for loading packages, we use library function and within it the name of the package. So for this video, we'll be using forecast for ARIMA models. And then also with library function, we'll be using ggplot2 for the corresponding chart. To run these code lines, we go ahead, select them, and then we can either click run or we can press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard, which is equivalent. Then we continue with step number 2, which is data. For data, we're going to create an object named mData, that's model data, and it is equal to air passengers object. This air passengers object is part of our datasets package, which is already included within its installation. And we want to visualize part of this data. So we're using head function and we include within it the mData object. So to run these code lines, we go ahead, select them, and now we're going to press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard. And we can see the mData object being created within the global environment of the time series of length of 144 observations. And right here within the console, we can see part of this data being printed, specifically the first 6 months from January to June of 1949. And this is monthly airline passenger numbers in thousands. If you want to read the full documentation of this data, you can go into the Help tab and search for the object name, which is air passengers, select it, and then you'll see the documentation below, as mentioned previously, monthly airline passenger numbers in thousands from 1949 to 1960. So now we're going to continue with ranges delimiting. And we're going to create 2 ranges, a training range for model fitting and a testing range for model forecasting. So let's begin with the training range. We create the object name tData, which is equal to, and here we'll be using window function and within it the following parameters, which are x equals to mData or model data, comma, and equals to C 1958, 12. So the training range is going to be the first 10 years of data from 1949 to 1958. That's why we see that it ends at month 12 of 1958. And then we create the testing range, which is going to be named fData. And this is equal to, we'll be using window function, and within it, again, we include x equals to mData. But in this case, start equals to C 1959, 1. So the testing range is going to be the last 2 years of data, 1959 and 1960. That's why we see that the start is at month 1 of 1959. To run these code lines, we go ahead, select them, and then we're going to press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard. So now we can continue with step number 3, which is the ARIMA model. And for this, we're going to do model fitting and model forecasting. So let's begin with model fitting. So we create the object name tModel, which is equal to, and here we'll be using ARIMA function with capital A, and within it we include the following parameters, which are y equals to tData or training range data. As mentioned previously, model fitting is done within the training range, comma, order, that's the order for the model, equals to C, and within it we have 0, 1, 1. So this is an ARIMA model with 0 autoregressive order, 1 order of differentiation or integration, and 1 moving average order, comma, include dot constant equals to false, so that we do not include a drift term. If you have any question regarding this ARIMA function, again, you can go into the Help tab and search for the object name, or within the console, you can input $ARIMA with capital A, no parentheses, and then you press Enter on the keyboard. And as you can see, this opens the documentation for this function within the Help tab. So now we're going to continue with model forecasting. So for this, we're going to create an object named fModel, which is equal to, and here we'll be using forecast function, and within it the following parameters. Object equals to tModel, or the model which was fit within the training range, comma, h equals to 24. So this is the number of steps ahead forecast, 24 months or 2 years. Level equals to C, and within it we have 80, 95. So this is the prediction interval confidence level, 80% and 95%. Notice that within this forecast, we'll be doing the forecast for the full testing range in advance without using any testing range data. Also, notice that ranges delimiting, training and testing ranges, and ARIMA function parameters were only included as educational examples, which can be modified according to your needs. Okay, so now we continue to run these code lines by selecting them, and then we're going to press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard. And the next step is we want to visualize this within its corresponding chart. So we'll be using autoplot function, and within it the parameter object, which is equal to, in this case, fModel, or the model which was forecasted within the testing range, plus, and at the following row, we're going to add the actual data from the testing range. So we'll be using autoLayer function, and within it we include the following parameters, which are object equals to fData, comma, color equals to, within quotations, black, comma, line type equals to 2, so this is a dash type of line, plus, and at the following row we are going to add labels, LABS, and Y, which is the vertical axis label, that's going to be air passengers, comma, X, that's the horizontal axis label, and it's going to be equal to year. So to run these code lines, we go ahead, select them, and then we press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard. And right here within the plots tab, we can see the corresponding chart. So we go ahead and zoom into it. So we have forecast from ARIMA model with 0 autoregressive order, 1 order of differentiation or integration, and 1 moving average order. On the vertical axis, we have air passengers. On the horizontal one, we have year. The solid black line, that's the training range data. Then we have here the solid blue line, which is the point forecast from this model, as mentioned previously, which was done for the full testing range in advance without using any testing range data. Then we have the dark blue area, which is the 80% confidence level prediction interval, and then the light blue area, which is the 95% confidence level prediction interval. And then we have the dash black line, which is the actual data from this testing range. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, it is important to remember that when doing time series analysis and forecasting, past performance does not guarantee future results. Okay, so with this we finish with the code file, so we can go ahead and save it. And with this, we also finish with this video. Thank you for watching.